Have you ever unknowingly held a fortune in your hands? Imagine digging through some loose change in your drawer and finding out that one of those quarters could make you a millionaire. Yes, I said millionaire. The 1976 D Mint Mark Washington quarter could be worth up to $3 million. But why? And how do you know if you have one? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and how this coin could change your life. Now, before you rush off to grab your change jar, let me ask you this: what would you do with $3 million? Pay off debts. Travel the world. Maybe even retire early. That dream might be closer than you think. Let's start with the basics. The 1976 Washington quarter was minted to celebrate America's bicentennial, a historic event marking 200 years of independence. But not every quarter from that year is valuable. Most are just worth face value, 25 cents. So, what makes the 1976 D Washington quarter special? Here's where things get exciting. Some quarters from the Denver Mint have unique errors or rare features that collectors are willing to pay a fortune for. One of the most sought-after errors is the double die obverse. Imagine looking at the lettering or George Washington's profile and noticing a slight doubling effect. It's subtle but unmistakable, and collectors will pay tens of thousands for it. But wait, there's more. Another feature to look for is the high relief strike. This means the details on the coin are sharper and more pronounced than usual. High relief quarters are extremely rare and can fetch 6 or even 7 figures at auctions. Now, here's the million-dollar question: could one of these coins be sitting in your collection? I'll reveal how to check for these features in just a moment. Quick thought: why is it that every time we find spare change, it's in the weirdest places? Under the couch cushions, in the car cup holder, or is that just me? Anyway, back to the coins. Okay, here's what you need to do to determine if your 1976 D quarter is a hidden treasure. First, grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Inspect the coin carefully, focusing on the mint mark. Look for the D under the date on the front of the coin, signs of doubling on the lettering or Washington's profile, the overall condition. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are worth significantly more. If you spot any of these features, congratulations, you might have struck gold. But don't get too excited just yet. To confirm its value, you'll need a professional appraisal. Reach out to a reputable coin dealer or grading service like PCGS or NGC, and here's the kicker: rare coins like this don't just sell at random. Auctions are where the big money is. The last known sale of a 1976 D quarter with a unique error fetched over $1.5 million. Imagine being the next seller to break that record, but what if you don't have one? Should you give up? Absolutely not. Because up next, I'll reveal another overlooked coin that's sitting in countless collections and could still make you rich. So, is it time to raid your coin jar? The journey to uncovering hidden wealth starts with a single quarter. Remember, these coins are out there, and one might be waiting for you. Imagine holding a plain old quarter in your hand, one you've tossed in a jar or used for parking meters countless times. What if I told you that quarter could be worth more than a mansion in Beverly Hills? Sounds unreal, right? Well, buckle up, because today, we're diving into the incredible story of the 1981 P. Washington quarter that's currently valued at an astonishing $2.8 million. Yes, you heard that right, million, not thousand. Could you have one sitting in your pocket right now? Wait, before you start flipping over every quarter in your house, let me share the secrets that make this coin so special. Spoiler alert, it's not about how shiny it is. To understand why the 1981 P quarter is worth a fortune, we need to explore its history and the mysterious flaw that transformed it into a goldmine. Stay with me, because if you miss this, you could be throwing away life-changing money. You spend your whole life collecting change, only to find out later that you had a coin worth millions, but you spent it on a vending machine soda. Scary, right? What makes the 1981 P. Washington quarter so valuable is a combination of rarity, condition, and, here's the kicker, a subtle minting error. The P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, and in 1981, something extraordinary happened during the minting process. A tiny, almost invisible flaw created a unique batch of quarters. While most were circulated, a handful of these coins were preserved in pristine condition, making them exceptionally rare today. Fun fact, did you know the Philadelphia Mint didn't even put mint marks on coins until 1980? So technically, the P is kind of like the new kid on the block. Guess it had to make an impression. Here's where it gets exciting. One of these rare 1981 P quarters recently sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $2.8 million. And guess what? There are more of them out there, possibly sitting unnoticed in old collections, dresser drawers, or even your wallet. Now, you might be thinking, how do I know if my 1981 P quarter is one of these treasures? Don't worry, I've got you covered. But first, let me tell you about a mistake one unlucky collector made that cost them millions. True story, someone once tried to clean their rare coin to make it look new. Big mistake. That simple act destroyed its value. In the world of coin collecting, originality is everything. So, if you have an old coin that looks worn or dull, leave it as it is. That flawed appearance could be what makes it worth a fortune. To determine if your quarter is valuable, here's what to do: look for any unusual features, like doubled lettering or a strange texture. Get it professionally graded, this is critical. A reputable grading service can authenticate and appraise your coin. And no, asking your neighbor who collects stamps doesn't count as professional advice. Think about it, this tiny, overlooked coin could unlock the life of luxury you've always dreamed of. Don't let it slip through your fingers. The clock is ticking, and every day, these rare coins become harder to find as collectors snap them up. Here's the deal, in my next video, I'm revealing the top 5 places where you're most likely to find rare coins like the 1981 P quarter, and trust me, one of them will surprise you. So, hit that subscribe button now, because you won't want to miss it. Who knows? Your financial freedom might just be hiding in plain sight. You're holding a coin worth millions in your pocket right now, and you don't even know it. Sounds crazy, right? What if I told you that one special 1991 P Washington quarter could change your life forever? But here's the thing, most people either spend these coins on gas or let them collect dust in a drawer. What if that everyday-looking quarter could be worth up to $2.5 million? Would you throw it away then? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to find out if you're sitting on a life-changing treasure. Quick question, what's the most expensive thing you've ever accidentally lost? Your wallet? Your car keys? Now imagine losing a quarter worth $2.5 million. Yeah, let that sink in. Now, before we dive into the nitty-gritty, let's talk about why the 1991 P Washington quarter is such a big deal. First, it's a coin with an extraordinary story. Minted in Philadelphia, the P mint mark quarters from 1991 seem ordinary at first glance. But here's where things get interesting. Due to rare minting errors and unique conditions, a select few of these quarters were struck with anomalies that collectors are willing to pay a fortune for, and here's the kicker, this isn't a legend. These high-value quarters have been documented in auctions, with verified sales climbing into the millions. But what exactly makes a coin worth that much? Stick around, and I'll show you how to spot these hidden gems. Think about this, right now, there are people unknowingly giving these coins away in change at grocery stores. One lucky person found a rare quarter in their grandparents' old coin jar and retired early because of it. What if your coin jar holds the same potential? Now, let's get into the specifics. For the 1991 P Washington quarter, here's what makes it extraordinary: look for double dies, off-center strikes, or rim errors. These flaws turn ordinary coins into extraordinary collectibles. If your coin is in near-perfect or uncirculated condition, its value skyrockets. A genuine 1991 P quarter with documented errors needs to be graded by professionals, such as PCGS or NGC. But wait, there's one crucial feature that sets the $2.5 million quarter apart from the others. Without it, your coin is just a nice keepsake. I'll reveal this game-changing detail in just a moment. Pause for a second. Are you already grabbing a flashlight to dig through your couch cushions? I see you. Don't worry, I've done it too. Here's the truth: rare coins like these don't stay hidden forever. As more people learn about their value, they're becoming harder to find. The window to discover these life-changing coins is closing fast. So, here's what you need to do next: carefully inspect the mint marks and look for anomalies. If you think you've got something special, get it authenticated immediately. Here's the bottom line: life-changing opportunities don't knock twice. That dusty jar of coins might just be your ticket to financial freedom. And remember, this isn't just about money, it's about rewriting your story. From paying off debt to traveling the world, the possibilities are endless if you take action. Oh, and one last thing, there's another Washington quarter that could be worth even more than this. Curious? Make sure to subscribe and watch my next video, where I reveal another coin that could be hiding in plain sight. Well, what if I told you that right now, in your pocket or tucked away in an old jar, there might be a Washington quarter worth not just a few bucks, but up to $2.1 million? Hold on, because in the next 10 minutes, you'll learn everything you need to know about this incredible find, the 1995 Mint Mark Washington quarter. Stick around, because this could be your ticket to financial freedom. Let's dive into the world of rare coins and see why the 1995 quarter might just be the jackpot you've been waiting for. First, let's rewind a bit. You're probably thinking, a 1995 Washington quarter? What makes this coin special? It's just another quarter, right? Well, that's what most people thought, until they started finding out about the hidden rarity of the 1995 Mint Mark Washington quarter. This coin, made in Philadelphia in 1995, was part of a large batch of regular quarters, but it's anything but regular. You see, what sets this coin apart is something most people completely overlook. A small, seemingly insignificant error, one that makes all the difference in the world when it comes to the value of this quarter. It all starts with a small, faint, mint mark on the reverse of the coin. This was part of a transition in the U.S. Mint where they began putting mint marks on quarters for the first time in years, but they didn't print many with the mint mark. The scarcity? Massive. The result? Collectors have gone absolutely wild for it. But here's the kicker: not all 1995 quarters are worth big money. So, how do you know if yours is one of the rare, valuable ones? Stick around, because in just a moment, I'll reveal exactly what you need to look for to know if your coin could fetch a fortune. Now, let's talk about why this coin can fetch up to $2.1 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $2.1 million. But how can a quarter be worth that much? Here's the secret: it's not about just any 1995 Mint Mark Washington quarter. It's about a coin that was struck incorrectly, a coin with a specific error that only a handful of them carry. This error involves a unique die mark, which resulted in coins that were misstruck. And when you find one of these rarities, you're not just holding a quarter, you're holding a piece of history. But how do you spot the real deal? It's simple, and I'm about to show you the key details to look out for. First, check the rim. Look for any signs of an overetched or uneven strike. Then, examine the mint mark. Does it appear crisp, or does it look off-center? These little imperfections are the telltale signs that you found something special. Let me pause here for a second. Are you starting to get excited yet? I bet you are. Imagine finding this coin in your change. Now, let's talk about how you can cash in on this discovery and sell it for millions. Alright, now that you've spotted the rare 1995 quarter, you might be wondering, what's the next step? How do I turn this coin into actual cash? Selling this coin isn't like selling regular coins. You need to make sure you're dealing with the right people. We're talking about rare coin dealers, auction houses, and serious collectors who understand the true value of these coins. You can't just walk into a pawn shop and expect them to give you what it's worth. But wait. There's more to this story. The market for rare coins can be volatile. Timing is everything. A coin like this one could easily go up or down in value depending on demand, so selling it at the right time is crucial. But how do you know when the market is hot? That's where the experts come in, and I'll show you how to connect with them to make sure you're cashing in at the perfect moment, and here's where the urgency kicks in. The longer you wait to sell this coin, the less likely it is to fetch top dollar. Rare coins like this don't stay on the market forever. If you have one of these coins, the clock is ticking. Why wait? But, just before you start rushing to sell, let me ask you this. What if there's even more money out there to be made with other rare coins sitting in your collection? You see, the 1995 P quarter is just the beginning. Imagine unlocking the value of other old coins that have been gathering dust in your drawer. What if you could turn these into wealth? I'll tell you exactly how in just a second. So don't go anywhere just yet, but first, let me leave you with this. Your next step could be life-changing. It's all about knowing what to look for and when to act. So, what are you waiting for? Before you go, I've got one last thing to share, something that could double, even triple the value of your collection. But to find out what it is, you'll need to tune in next time, because we're about to unlock the next level of rare coin hunting, and you won't want to miss it. Because in today's video, we're diving deep into the rare world of the 1997 D Mint Mark Washington $2 coin. And I'm talking about a coin that could be worth up to $2 million. Yes, you heard that right, $2 million. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just be holding on to a small fortune without even knowing it. Let's get started. But first, let me ask you this. Have you ever looked at a coin in your collection and thought, what if this is worth something more than I ever imagined? You might be sitting on a treasure without realizing it. If you're like most collectors, you've got rare coins collecting dust, waiting to make their big debut. But the question is, will you recognize their true value before someone else does? Today, we're going to explore how you can turn a simple 1997 D Mint Mark quarter into a wealth-generating asset. We'll break down how to identify if your coin is one of the lucky few, the story behind its value, and the shocking truth behind why it's worth millions. Now, let's get into the details. The 1997 D Mint Mark Washington quarter might seem like just another coin, but there's a rare condition that makes it exceptionally valuable. In fact, if you've got one in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could fetch up to $2 million at auction. That's right, a quarter could make you a millionaire. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the mint mark itself. The D stands for the Denver Mint, where this particular quarter was produced. Now, if your coin looks like the ones you see at the store, it's probably worth around $1. But here's the catch, the value skyrockets if it's in perfect, uncirculated condition, with little to no wear and tear. And the rarer the coin, the higher its value. Here's where the excitement starts to build. The 1997 D Mint Mark quarter isn't just a regular coin, there's a specific error that makes it incredibly valuable. Some of these coins were struck incorrectly, and when collectors find one, they practically hit the jackpot. We'll get into the error details in just a moment, but first, let's talk about why this coin is so special. Now, I know what you're thinking, a $2 million quarter. That's some serious pocket change. But, trust me, if your grandma has a jar of quarters on her shelf, it's worth checking to see if any of them are worth a fortune. Now, on to the big question, how do you identify a rare 1997 D Mint quarter that's worth potentially millions? There's an error that makes this quarter stand out, a double die or die clash error. This occurs when the minting process goes wrong, causing the design to be stamped twice or misaligned. If your coin has this error, it could be worth tens of thousands or even more. Some have even been known to sell for hundreds of thousands, and in rare cases, up to $2 million. Now, don't get too excited just yet. Not every 1997 D Mint Mark quarter has this error. But how do you know if your coin does? Let's walk through the steps. Okay, so now we know what to look for. But here's the kicker, how do you turn this knowledge into money? That's where things get real interesting. Because once you find a rare 1997 D mint mark quarter, what you do next could either lead to a life-changing sale or a missed opportunity. Let's face it, we all want to live that dream lifestyle, the one where your financial worries are gone, and the lifestyle you've always dreamed of is within your reach. The first step to making this happen is understanding the market value of rare coins and knowing exactly where and when to sell them. But here's the thing, time is of the essence. Coin values fluctuate, and the market is competitive. If you wait too long, someone else might snatch up your coin and sell it for a fortune before you even know it. The key is to act fast and smart. In our next video, I'm going to reveal the best places to sell your rare coins and how you can maximize your profits, so make sure you're subscribed. You won't want to miss it, because there are secrets that top collectors don't want you to know. Trust me, it's worth it. Until then, remember, wealth is within reach for those who know where to look. And today, you've just learned how to spot one of the most valuable quarters out there. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. Start checking your coin collection, and who knows, you might just be holding a ticket to a new lifestyle.